We could survive that. We could survive that. We could survive it. Hello and welcome to We Could Survive That, your survival guide to the movies. My name is Jack and today I'm joined by a man who was once a woman. It's Chris.
Hello, everybody. I may have been a woman once. Something I told to Jack in confidence. I'm not sure why he's decided to broadcast it out. Yes, to all of our suspected 20 listeners.
It's public knowledge now.
It's now public knowledge. Right. What's in store for today, my friend?
Today is a very special podcast.
Special. Why is that?
Back in the episode, we did on 2012, a small fracas erupted between us.
Small fracas?
Almost driving us apart.
You mean when you said something that was wrong and I said something that was correct?
No, when I said something correct and you were the most incorrect.
No, if I remember correctly.
Oh my God, he's doing it again.
Let's pause this podcast and sell this first.
Today's podcast is Danny Glover versus Arnold Schwarzenegger in a survival off to the death.
And as we all know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the superior survivalist compared to Danny Glover. So we all know that's who's going to obviously survive the situations.
Wow, we will have to see about that. From each of the actors' back catalogue, we have selected... Well, I have selected five.
Yeah, you've selected
of their best known characters.
Okay, I just want to interject here. Jack has selected 5 characters that these 2 actors have played each, and we've got to put them in survival scenarios. However, I know that Jack has made this unfairly and very biased towards Danny Glover, so he's chosen Danny Glover's best characters to survive, and he's probably given me some of the worst of Arnold characters to survive with.
I wouldn't say the worst. I'd say
worst. Well, you've been very coy about it, not telling me who I've got to defend with Arnold, and you keep laughing.
I know.
I don't trust you, you bugger.
It's gonna be brilliant. Do you wanna get into this?
Yeah, dive into what we got.
Right.
We've got a cup here full of survival situations.
Yes, I'm gonna shake the cup. So, every situation that we've got is completely random. They range from TV situations, from movies and books, and I even threw a comic book or 2 situations in there for Chris.
Excellent. Are these situations that either of the actors have been in films?
Yes, there's the possibility of a predator.
A predator. I think you said there's a Terminator one in there as well.
Terminator in there, yeah. That's why Schwarzenegger can't be a Terminator.
Even though he is a Terminator that fights a Terminator.
Yeah, but he doesn't fight himself. Oh no, he doesn't. He will do in Genesis.
He does in Genesis, yes.
Which isn't out yet.
So,
which we should probably see.
Yeah, we'll see Genesis. I still want to find out Matt Smith's role in it. It's an unspecified role, but he's in all 3 films.
He's the Doctor.
Yeah,
he gives them time travel.
The Doctor's turning violent, or he's just giving time travel advice.
Gives them time travel. Have fun with it,
The Doctor's
guys.
violent anyway. Anyway, back to this situation at hand.
So
what have we got?
I'm going to shake. Do you want to pick the first one out?
Well, I'm just going to say we've got the cup that's got the survival situations in, and now I've got a list of 5 Danny Glover characters, and you've got the 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger characters.
Yeah. So you'll give me a Danny character,
and you'll give me an Arnold character after we've picked out a survival one.
Yeah.
So in total, we should pick out about 10 different scenarios.
Oh no, just 5.
Oh, 5.
Then
yeah,
they're in the situation together.
That's it together. Sorry, I thought we was doing separate.
You want to pick out the first one?
Yeah, all right. I'm reaching to the cup now. Let's dig down deep in there. This feels like a promising one. All right.
What is it? What does it say?
Fighting a predator.
Is it the first one, really?
Excellent.
That's
right.
Good timing. Okay.
Give me Jungle Arnold immediately.
I will give you Dutch. Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator 1987. I think you should give me...
I know which one you want, because I'm guessing Lieutenant Mike Harrigan is the guy that fights the Predator.
Yeah, in
You're not
Predator
having
2.
him.
Oh, come on, I gave you Predator guy from...
What? Well, do you know what? I completely missed who you gave. Sorry.
Yeah, I gave you Dutch, who was in Predator 1.
Oh, Arnold's character
Arnold's
Predator.
Predator.
Excellent. You have got
Give me the lieutenant.
You have got President Thomas Wilson.
That prick. President Wilson was from 2012 that we did an episode on.
You shouldn't have given me the Arnold Predator one.
I shouldn't have. Okay. President Wilson.
Yeah, you can go
Dutch,
first.
Stuck in a forest then.
Stuck in a forest. Straight away, my guy's got forest survival skills. He's got weapons training. He's built like a brick shit house. He's good to go. What about your guy?
He's not got a gun, so the predator doesn't attack him.
Doesn't see him as a threat, so doesn't attack him.
What's that guy doing there?
Good twist.
He's all right. Oh my god, what's that? He's got muscles on his muscles, and his guns have got muscles on them. Yeah, you're in big trouble.
So it's a bit like how in the first Predator film, the Predator doesn't attack the woman because she's not aggressive towards him. She's not a threat.
If it means Danny Glover survives, he will be the woman in this situation.
He will be the woman. Right. I know as a one-on-one combat, my guy will survive because he has done. He figures out that
only because the Predator decides to go all kamikaze.
What do you mean
Arnold
kamikaze?
couldn't take the Predator mano a mano. Lieutenant Mike Harrigan does. One-on-one.
Well, it's a shame he's not in a situation, isn't it?
My
ad using alien weaponry, but whatever. Yeah, my guy used my guy because he didn't need it.
Oh, he did.
He didn't need it.
He did.
He didn't need it. If at the end, after taking out the Predator, it was laughing and activated self-destruct. If it didn't have that, my guy Arnold would have just killed it anyway.
Would he have teabagged it to death?
Probably, yeah. His balls. Do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger's got big balls?
I don't know. Steroids do things to a man's testicles.
He might not be on steroids.
Oh, allegedly. We should say allegedly, otherwise he'll sue us.
Oh, dear me.
You said he was probably on steroids.
I said he might not be.
He might not.
You're the one that brought them up in the first place.
Arnold, your body is brilliant. Please don't sue me or crush me with your biceps.
I'm definitely when I put out the advertisement for this episode on Twitter, I'm linking Mr. Schwarzenegger in it.
Yes.
I definitely want him. If he listens to it in comments, it would be amazing. It would be the greatest thing ever.
What did you say about my biceps?
But because my guy figures out about the Predator's heat vision, covers himself in mud to fight the heat vision.
My guy's the president, so he would probably know about. Predators are probably the thing that landed in Roswell, allegedly.
Let's not. Oh, don't. Not allegedly. Something crashed there. Something crashed there. Right. So my Arnold Schwarzenegger, my character, Dutch, would survive that situation because he has done. He's got all the training necessary. He has the skills. He's got the balls necessary to do it.
He's got the teabagging
and the teabagging skills necessary, and he does it, and he does survive. How does your president survive?
By hiding behind Arnold and being the lady in this
being
situation.
The lady. So by being non-aggressive towards the Predator, so the Predator doesn't view it as a challenge. It's not so much as doesn't view it as a threat.
He's trying to extend peace. Does President Glover call him President Glover?
Well, he gives up quite easily, doesn't he? He gave up really easily in 2012. All he had to do was get on the plane and he would have been fine.
He was sacrificing himself heroically.
How? How did him dying
He took
help
that boat
in
head
any
on.
way?
He took that boat head on.
No, he should have just got onto the plane and it just would have been over. There was no reason for him to stay at the White House at all.
There was every reason. Okay. So both of them survive this situation. I say we keep going until one of them dies.
What, with these two characters?
Yeah. So they get on the plane.
Okay, they've got on the plane. They've got away.
Do
you want me to pick again?
They've killed the Predator. Yeah, no, you pick.
Yeah, they've killed the Predator. They've
on
got
the
out.
way back.
On the way back.
Drum rolls.
God. On the way back, rather than getting on a plane, let's say the plane takes them to a dock. They get onto a boat. The boat goes off coast, and we end up in Westeros for a weekend. Westeros being from Game of Thrones. A weekend in Westeros.
Oh, this will be a good one. They're going to die.
Now, remind me, whereabouts is Westeros?
Westeros is Game of Thrones land, so shall we say that they pull up in King's Landing to
it's the entire area, isn't it? Sorry, I thought it was a specific... Okay, so yeah, they pull up in... Well, yeah, they would arrive in King's Landing, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they pull up there.
So they get off the boat.
Step out onto the docks into ye olden times.
My guy's loaded with his guns still,
And
covered in mud and topless, as how the film ends.
President Glover is still pristine, wearing his tie.
To be, my guy was quite injured quite badly in the Predator film. The helicopter has to come down and pick him up and everything, doesn't it?
Pussy.
Oh, shut up. Your guy was no better.
Predator Glover just walked away. He outran their spaceship taking off. Yeah, that's how hard he was.
My
he
guy
didn't
outrun,
need a helicopter
my guy
to pull him
an
out
explosion.
of there.
Look, we're not using that when you haven't got that Danny Glover character. You've got the
I
President
know,
one.
because this fight would be over by now. But President Glover, he's got some swagger. He'll wander into Westeros and go, "Hey, Joffrey, I'm king now, bitch."
I don't think that would happen. I think he'd been executed on the spot.
By calling Joffrey bitch.
Yes.
Oh yeah, in hindsight, that probably wasn't a great idea.
Really? Yeah, bloody hell. Joffrey would kill anyone just for calling him a bitch.
How about a little bitch?
I don't think that would help.
Mama's boy?
Nothing you can say will save you from Joffrey's wrath.
Blonde mama's boy?
Okay, this is obviously assuming this is done before the... by the way, there's some more Game of Thrones spoilers coming up. If you've not read the books by this point or watched the things, it deserves to be spoiled for you. This is before the Red Wedding, is it?
So yeah, this will be before the Red Wedding and all that.
Before the Red
Because I
Wedding.
think King's Landing with Crazy Joffrey in charge is when it's most dangerous.
Most dangerous, yeah. Okay then, so your guy Wilson calls him
President
a bitch.
Glover gets taken to prison
taken the
for
prison.
calling Joffrey a little bitch.
Right.
Where would Schwarzenegger be at this point?
Okay, I think at this point Schwarzenegger would be keeping low. He'd still be in survival mode, so he'd be looking for a way out.
Get to the chopper!
Get to the boat or the chopper. Get me a horse so I can go across this land.
Onto the horse.
Onto the horse and away to the north, I say. That's like Canadian Arnold.
To the wall.
To the wall. Find me Jon Snow. I will show him how to fight these wildlings. I hope Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't listening now.
I think we've insulted him enough with steroids.
He didn't do it. He's not on steroids.
Allegedly. Don't sue us, please.
I'm saying he's not.
I said he was.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Stop, man. Will you stop? Right, so, I think my guy would stay down low. Dutch would stay down low. I reckon if anybody gave him any shit, though, he'd probably snap after what he's just been through. He's probably quite
after
tense,
trying to
quite
take out a
tense,
predator
yeah.
and finds himself in.
So I reckon he would fight somebody. They'd eventually overpower, arrest. I don't know whether they might be a bit funny with his accent. They're a bit funny in King's Landing with accents, aren't they? So because of his accent,
drag him
they
off
might
to
take
see
him.
Joffrey, just as
Joffrey.
they're dragging Danny Glover down to the prison.
They pass each other in the hallway, being dragged in opposite directions.
Just go, no!
Oh no! Danny Glover's, President Wilson's character is screaming at Dutch, "Don't call him a bitch!"
Do whatever
and
you
then,
do.
And then Dutch going, "What do you mean? Don't call him a bitch? Who's a bitch?" Joffrey overhears him saying that and thinks, "Oh, you're calling me a
yeah?
You're calling me a bitch as well? I do not know who you are, you little turd, you little blonde bastard." And then he gets taken away.
Joffrey's really, takes
really
him down
angry
to the
to
prison
the dungeon. Then
to
what happens?
trial.
To await trial. What happens then?
They wouldn't get a fair trial.
No,
So
definitely
I think Glover would take a trial by combat.
By combat. I think at that point, by overhearing that, Dutch would jump in on that.
I will fight.
Who would they fight?
Joffrey'd be a bitch and make them fight
Fight
each
each
other
other.
rather than like putting the
Nice.
Hound or the Mountain in charge. In which case,
President Dutch
Glover-
versus President Wilson. All right, I'm rooting for Dutch in this one. I think Dutch would win personally.
would Dutch be killed instantly with a shot to the nuts?
I don't think he would. No.
Oh, in that case, President Glover's dead.
I think we'd be given some weapons, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Regardless, Dutch has just got combat training. He's bigger than Wilson. In this case, he's probably a lot more. Well, he'd smash the crap out of President Wilson.
It wouldn't be a very long fight.
No, it
would be. Yeah.
So
I don't think the president could survive a weekend in West
no, I don't think he could.
I think he
think
barely
he could.
survived the day. An hour,
So,
if he was lucky.
Dutch kills President Wilson, wins the trial by combat. He's then released back into Westeros.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes,
Okay.
1-0
So
to Arnold. Yes, Glover lost 1-0 to Arnold.
Damn it. Okay.
So what happens now then? We choose another scenario
Yeah. Dutch can stay in it until he
dies, but you need a
So,
new character
yeah.
after we've got a scenario, yeah? Am I
Okay.
picking? Are you picking?
No, you can pick a character for me.
No, I meant scenario.
Oh, I've got the
You got a scenario, yeah?
Right.
What have you got?
I've got Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
So
Well, let me see. Does it just say Jurassic Park?
it just said Jurassic Park.
Just Jurassic Park.
So
yeah.
it'll be the first one.
The first Jurassic Park film.
So
okay.
Dutch is rewarded for saving President Glover from a predator and then returning from Westeros by a nice relaxing trip to Jurassic Park.
he gets his thing was his trial by combat, because he won that. Yes, he's freed, but he's instantly put on a boat and ejected out of Westeros.
Welcome
The boat goes
to Jurassic Park.
the boat goes off course again and lands at Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
At this point, he bumps into he's walking along and who's this? This is somebody else who's accidentally ended up at this place. Barbatus.
This is one of Danny Glover's lesser known characters. He voiced an ant from Ants. 1998
Barbatus is an ant
is
from
an
Ants.
ant.
Fucking hell. Right. Okay.
An ant in Jurassic Park. Now, I think I've been very clever with this. While Dutch is running around, being chased by T-Rexes and things, he's just an ant. Who's gonna look for an ant?
You're probably killed by an aardvark or something.
No, all the
Or I'll
aardvarks
tread
would have
on
been eaten by like raptors and things.
Oh, I'm just going to tread on you then. The boat, an ant comes along. Arnold. Oh
While
my!
he's running from the from
Something
the
chases him.
T-Rex.
He's going to turn around and
He's
just
a
squash
squid.
you. Because we'll be back in the jungle, right? Back in the jungle, Arnold or Dutch's the character of Dutch has jungle survival training.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Now,
he's an ant.
I'm
Not only is he an ant, he only dies when his head is ripped off. This is a children's film, by the way. His last moments on screen, because spoiler, he does die in Ants. Not that anybody cares. But in his last moments, he is just a head, just talking to the protagonist, the other ant.
I remember that. He was a slightly older one, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was a warrior ant, wasn't he?
yeah. So he's got survival
That
skills.
wasn't ants. That was bugs.
No, ants.
Is it called ants?
Ants with a Z.
Oh, what's bugs?
Don't
life
question me. I
Oh,
looked
bugs
it
life
up.
is something else, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
Fine,
say
right.
Arnold gets eaten because he's just running around going, get on the chopper.
No, I reckon
No one's taken any notice
Dutch
of the
would-
little warrior ant.
I reckon Dutch would survive a few weeks. If there's no way off the island, like nobody came to rescue him, I reckon he'd survive a few weeks. He would hunt smaller dinosaurs for food. And what would happen is he never escapes the island, but he dies of old age eventually.
He goes feral.
He eventually becomes feral, lives with the dinosaurs for a few years, reaches the end of his life, and then dies.
I think
At
he'd
which
be
point I
killed
think
much
you'll be dead soon.
sooner.
No, because I reckon...
No, I think he would have tried to be like the hunter guy who goes after the raptors in the first one. That doesn't end too well for him.
Yeah,
He gets
he might get in
mauled.
over his head a bit, do you think?
Yeah. Well, the ant is just feasting on chestnuts.
I reckon he'd do. I reckon he would survive quite well. Jungle training skills. He'd fashion weapons. He'd eventually find civilization. Well, not civilization, but he'd find where like the human outposts and stuff, where he could possibly radio
the
out.
theme park places and
yeah.
stuff.
Where he would be eventually radio out for help.
Give me a
If,
chopper.
if archaeologists can survive it, I reckon a guy with training can survive it.
Archaeologists survived it, but the guy with the gun didn't.
I've got no guns. Dutch has no guns
Then
in
you
this one.
die.
What? No, I reckon Dutch would survive.
I have mixed feelings.
Really? And what do you think about your ant? What
He
would your
live.
ant
He's
do?
just too small to be. My guy's just way too small to be taken any notice of by the dinosaurs. And Dutch, he's got some protein in him. He will be a tasty morsel for a T-Rex.
Yes, but I just think he's got jungle survival skills. He's got combat skills.
I'm not sure boxing helps against
yeah,
a
but
T-Rex.
I'm saying if he-
even though they do have tiny arms, he couldn't knock it out.
If Dutch could find a theme park, he could survive like the others do in a film by radioing a helicopter. Then he could say, "Go to the chopper."
So Schwarzenegger's radio in a chopper.
Schwarzenegger radios in the chopper, and he survives. He's got the
I
skills
don't
necessary to survive.
know.
Yes, he does.
Uppercutting a T-Rex doesn't help.
He won't
I
fight
think
the T-Rex.
He gets eaten.
No, I reckon he survives.
He wouldn't fight the T-Rex because the T-Rex would annihilate him.
No, he would survive. Okay, there's no two questions about it. He survives. Don't try and fight it. It's just going to happen.
There is a tie-break in this situation.
Is that rock, paper, scissors by any chance?
Yes. We rock, paper,
Say-
scissors. If I win, Dutch is eaten by T-Rexes.
If I win...
He's eaten by raptors.
No, Dutch survives. Right.
Right.
Rock, paper, scissors, go on scissors, yeah?
Right. Ready? Yeah.
Okay.
Rock, paper,
scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. No!
Yes!
No! Oh my god.
That was a lot of rock,
That
paper,
was so-
scissors. But I won with rock against
Against
scissors.
Fuck's sake.
So Dutch is eaten by a T-Rex.
Utter crap.
And-
Utter crap, that
and
is.
the ant lives. Mwahaha. So the ant is blown off of Jurassic Park, and I shall
Fine,
pick.
and Dutch dies, even though
Dutch is
he
eaten.
wouldn't. He wouldn't die, though.
He died horribly. Right, let's mix
Such a
it
lie.
up.
Right.
They are attacked by piranhas.
Right, you've got no chance. If you're in the water, you've already drowned.
Yeah, ants aren't very good in the water.
Okay, what character have I got to deal with?
You will be Mr. Freeze
Mr. Freeze.
from
Batman and Robin.
1997.
Alright, I would survive this.
Not if you're in the water. The armor's very heavy. You'd sink. Or
But
you
if
could
I
just
was-
freeze the water and
That's
walk.
what I was going to do.
yeah.
If I'm going towards the water, he just freezes the water. And it goes over it. So I've frozen the water. I'm walking over the ice.
So
I've
the
frozen
piranhas can't get to you.
Yep. Even if you ended up on the ice with me, I think the cold would kill you.
Oh yeah, ants aren't. Fuck.
So what's that? Oh no! Yeah, died.
That
That's a pretty easy one, wasn't it?
Who would have thought Mr. Freeze could have out-survived an ant so easily?
Okay.
Damn it!
Okay, so that's hang on. What's the score at the moment? It's
It's
you've lost
two-
two. We've got 5 characters each, haven't we?
yeah,
You've lost 2. I've lost 1.
yeah.
So what's this? Arnold's winning.
Arnold's ahead. Just
Just
Just.
my ass. All right,
Right.
we're picking the scenario. So I've got Mr. Freeze.
yeah.
Right. Okay. My next one I got here is March of the Penguins.
Oh,
Is that from Batman by any chance?
No, March of the Penguins was a documentary narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I thought it was from the Batman Forever with the penguin when the penguins march through Gotham.
No, basically it's a documentary about
Yeah.
what penguins go through to make little penguins.
Right.
Give me a person, and then I might as well give you the victory, because Mr. Freeze
Oh,
loves the cold.
That's it. This will be take place in the Antarctic, will it?
Yeah, wherever penguins are found.
Excellent.
Just
All right.
give me the person, because Freeze is
got-
gonna win.
You've got Lieutenant Mike Harrigan.
And he dies.
And he
because
dies of
he's not
height,
made
yeah.
of ice
Because he
and
dies
has
of cold.
a refrigerator on him.
Oh,
Are you
Arnold.
happy?
Yeah.
Are you happy? The
my-
lieutenant who killed the predator died.
No,
Great.
hang on. I just want to do my favourite thing. Jack's lost 3 characters. I've only lost 1. Oh, no. You've got 2 characters left. 2 left.
I hate you. But they're the best two.
All right.
And they
what
will-
else that you've got left?
They will easily survive this next one.
All right. What's the scene?
Oh, shit. I'm in trouble.
What is it?
Trapped in Gotham, ran by Bane.
Oh, yes.
From
Yes.
The Dark Knight
Night
Rises.
Rises, yeah. Excellent.
Who is it? Go on.
Okay, my friend, you have Roger Murtaugh.
Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon.
From
Oh
Lethal
yeah,
Weapon.
I think I'm in good hands with Murtaugh. He's great.
Okay, so you've got the police officer from Lethal Weapon.
Yes, he will.
I've got
He
Freeze.
will. I could arrest Bane instantly. Bane's just a.
May
Bane's
I,
just an ill person.
may I remind you at this point, is this when the police are all still trapped underground?
Oh yeah, he'd be safe underground.
And then they'll get out and most of them get shot.
Except Murtaugh, because he's the best.
All the while, Bane is basically just teamed up with. I'm sorry, Mr. Freeze is teamed up with Bane, really.
No, you have to survive. Bane doesn't take no shit because he's all like lovesick,
well, in that
isn't
case,
he?
then, you know how they gave like the sentencing. They had like the trial for Gordon, and they exiled them,
yeah.
and they'd walk across the
Presided
ice
over
by some henchmen.
More ice.
So, what's this? I've got to walk across the ice. Sure, that's fine. I just freeze.
Gun.
I overfreeze it so it doesn't crack, and I walk out of Gotham. Bye.
Riggs would be okay because Batman saves the day.
No, you can't use that.
So,
Mr. Freeze again survives.
Just walks over ice.
I walk across the ice and just walk straight out of Gotham. Let's face it, anybody tries to stop me, I will just freeze them and kick the living crap into them. Batman's not going to stop me. He's way too preoccupied with Bane.
Yeah.
And
his sidekick Riggs.
am I in Arkham though? Am I in the city, or would
No,
Mr. Freeze
you'd
be
be
in
in the
Arkham?
city because you'd have to survive in the city.
Well, in that case, yeah, piece of piss. But Mr. Freeze is out again. Yes. Right. What's your?
Riggs would survive.
What's Roger gonna do?
He'd survive. He'd team
Why
up
are you
with
calling
Batman.
him Riggs?
Riggs and Murtaugh. Roger Murtaugh. Ah, shit, Riggs and Murtaugh.
Yeah, I was
Sorry, that's the Mel Gibson character.
I was wondering why he's calling him Riggs.
My apologies. Yeah. No, Murtaugh would just team up with Glover and kick butt. Yeah.
What? What? Murtaugh team up with Glover?
Murtaugh would team up with Batman and just kick ass.
Do you really think he would?
Yes. He'd shoot Talia so he wouldn't be stabbed in the back, and then they would have been able to sort out the
He wasn't
thing without
stabbed in the
Batman.
back. He was stabbed in the side. Underneath, through the ribs.
A technicality. He was stabbed. Glover wouldn't have allowed that shit to go down.
So you're saying
They
Glover
would have
would have found
reattached
Batman.
the big explodey bomb thing, and Batman would still be around to this day. And then he'd kick the shit out of Mr. Freeze when he resurfaced.
So you reckon your guy would survive?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And so would Mr. Freeze.
Freeze definitely would.
Next one from the Magical Cup.
Fucking Magical Cup. Alright, and if this is anything to do with a desert Sahara, I'm
I will be
screwed beyond
happy.
belief. Alright, we have got fight with Shelob from the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, the big spider from the tunnels. Yeah, I think you got this.
Alright, assuming Mr. Freeze's suit is working fine, so his body stays at a cool temperature, that spider would come out, and again, freeze gun. I would just freeze the fucker.
I'll just push you into Mordor.
Push me in the
And
Mordor.
then you'd be hot, and then you'd die.
And then I would die. No, I reckon walking through the because it doesn't like light either. You know, Frodo uses the little bottle that was given to him by the elf. So Mr. Freeze's
And Murtaugh has a
got
flashlight.
Ooh, big whoop. I've got lights
That's
all over
enough.
my suit.
That's enough.
So I light up. Walking through that cave, I reckon Freeze would just be firing his gun off anyway, just freezing the walls as he goes.
But would it run out? Because it runs on diamonds.
Ooh, yeah, if it runs out. I reckon even if
You've already used it quite a lot.
quite extensively to survive.
To survive piranhas and
I've
penguins and getting out of Gotham.
I reckon if it ran out, I'd still, because he's still quite strong. The suit gives him strength.
Freeze him, keep him cool.
Oh yeah, the suit runs
Or
on
would
diamonds.
he run out?
I think eventually the
So
diamonds
he'd be
would run
groveling
out.
on the floor.
Yes.
Oh, it is too hot for me. Oh,
I reckon-
the spider.
I reckon that could happen. All right. We say at this point the suit's run out by now. The diamonds are extinguished.
Yeah.
So I set about mining for more diamonds. That's when Shelob stabs me in the back and takes me out. I'm now paralysed on the floor.
Murtaugh would let Shelob eat you and then shoot her in the face.
Oh, he's got his gun,
Right
has he?
between the eyes.
He's got his gun, yeah? He's got a handgun.
And a torch.
And a torch.
And the deadly torch.
I think it would take more than one shot to take out the spider.
How about 2? That'll do. Double tap.
2 shots, do you reckon?
Straight into the head.
If he hit her in the head.
Yeah, because she'd be too preoccupied eating Arnold as he screamed in terror. Ah!
Yeah, a bit like how when Sam attacks a spider as it's wrapping up Frodo, you would attack
well,
as it's wrapping up.
Murtaugh wouldn't have to kill it because Shelob runs away, doesn't she? After Sam's dealt with her. So yeah,
Really?
Freeze gets eaten. Murtaugh lives.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that because I think the diamonds sort of extinguish themselves by now. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So I've lost another character. So you've still got 2. I've got 3.
Hey, Freeze. Chill.
Wow, so bad.
That's good. That was probably in the movie. There's so many puns in Batman and Robin.
Yeah, it was terrible, wasn't it? It's the worst Batman film.
Oh, by a mile. Right.
Okay.
Next
Scenario.
survival situation, which Murtaugh will easily survive. Oh, no, he won't. It's a fight with Batman.
And who have I got? Which old character? I've got 3 left. Who have I
Right.
got?
You can be Dr. Alex Hesse. Do you know who he is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
No. Would you like to know who he
Yeah,
is?
give me the background information, please.
Dr. Hesse is the pregnant man from Junior.
Junior?
Yes. It's a film where Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a pregnant man.
A pregnant man
Yes. So you're a pregnant man being
fighting
chased.
Batman.
Yeah, or be in a fight with Batman.
Batman wouldn't fight me though. I'm pregnant. Why would you want to hurt the unborn infant?
And he wouldn't want to fight a policeman. And he's not corrupt either, Murtaugh. So
Yeah,
he would escort us across the road and then go fight the Joker.
Yeah.
So we're cool with bats, yeah?
Yeah, we're cool with
We're
bats.
cool with
Okay,
bats.
I don't think Batman would fight either. If I was still Freeze, I'd be shitting it.
Yeah,
but
you'd
I'm
be
not.
in trouble.
But Freeze got killed with a spider, so I'm alright. I think we both survived the fight with Batman because Batman wouldn't fight either of
No.
either of these characters.
Right. We will move on.
To be fair,
the
that was really
next
biased
one.
as well because none of your characters would fight Batman, whereas a few of mine would.
Yeah, you got bad guys and
Yeah.
stuff. Right. Next one.
Hey, it's my turn.
Too late. I've already picked one and it's a good one.
Alright, what we got?
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
What?
Tomatoes or tomatoes? It's a
Killer
really
Tomatoes.
it's a really old B-movie film where giant tomatoes, well, they kill people basically. It's a really old B-movie.
Shit. Okay, tell me the tomatoes. You go explain to me. How do the tomatoes work? Can they move? Do they just stay
They
still?
roll and like smash people through windows and things. I'll be honest, I've not seen the film. I just heard the film title.
Oh god.
I thought that would be brilliant.
Okay. My character, does he ever give birth to the baby?
Eventually, but we'll say just to make my life a lot easier that he's still waddling around
Dick.
heavy with child.
How far pregnant?
Going, I'm pregnant.
I reckon.
He's overdue by 6 weeks. That's how pregnant he is.
That's how bad it is.
That's how pregnant we'll make him.
I reckon, because obviously he's pregnant, but he's still quite big and strong. I reckon, yeah,
But he's all hormonal.
exactly. So it'd make him really, really aggressive.
But
Right.
he doesn't have because this is a doctor, man. He's not trained fighter. He's
You've given me such
pretty
a shit
useless.
character here.
I know. It's
I
brilliant.
would punch myself repeatedly in the stomach to force the baby out. I'd then use it as a weapon on the umbilical cord to hit the tomatoes.
That's the worst idea ever, and would probably traumatise your stomach and everything. Because
Then I start to bleed out.
Because they have to in the film, they get the baby out by a C-section.
Well, obviously there's nowhere to push it out.
So yeah, where would you be pushing it out from?
Oh, crap. I'd perform, on my doctor side, perform an emergency C-section on myself.
On yourself while tomatoes are killing you.
No, in a safe location. I'd have the your detective lethal weapon guy with me. He would assist. I'd perform emergency C-section on myself. Remove the infant.
Yeah, he would help because he's got kids, does Murtaugh. So I imagine he'd be able to help.
So I would perform this. Remove the infant. Use it as bait for the tomatoes.
What? You're using your child?
Because I'm going to be weak
You're
after
the
this.
first man.
I'm going to be weak after this. I use it as bait and I escape the tomatoes.
How? You've got a giant hole in you.
Yeah,
You'd have to
stitch
sew
it up.
yourself back up.
Yeah, stitch back up and I use a baby as
Murtaugh
bait.
would just leave you. He'd take the baby, save the baby, and go, "It's
You
Mama's
dick.
the last card."
Okay, well in that case, then I've given the baby to you, stitched myself up and ran. You've now got a baby to look after.
You are
Well
still. You won't be able to run with stitches.
What? Well, okay.
You'd
all
be
right,
caught and killed by
Alright.
the killer tomatoes.
The tomatoes have killed me, but you've now got a baby.
So I have to survive the next one with a baby.
Yes, but the tomatoes have killed me, so I'm going to need a new character. So I've got two.
Okay.
I've got 2 left. We're both on 2 characters now.
Yeah.
All right. Next scenario. I sacrifice my characters just to try and bring yours down. Swarm of bees.
There are a plethora of terrible films with killer bees.
Name 3.
Killer Bees.
Killer
The
Bees
Swarm. And Killer Bees 2. Back in the Hood.
Back in the Hood.
Right.
Okay, give me... I've got 2 characters left.
Yes, I will give you... I really cheated on this one.
God, what did you give me?
President Schwarzenegger from the Simpsons movie.
Oh, my days.
It's not even voiced by Schwarzenegger.
No, it's not.
But yeah,
Okay.
that is me.
The killer bees are coming. As the president, I would
You'd
be
lock
taken
yourself in
to
the
the
White
emergency bunker underneath the White House. That would have weeks upon weeks of supplies, where I can also coordinate military strikes and communicate with other world leaders to fight back against the bees. The bee.
Danny Glover would be in Spain.
You've got a baby, remember?
In Spain with a baby.
Why Spain?
Because he goes on holiday. Oh, no. Right. Danny Glover's character spends a lot of time in the Lethal Weapon films varnishing his boat and stuff. So he has a boat. So he just goes on his boat because bees won't like going on like the sea and things because it's all watery. So he just chill on his boat until everything's all better.
What if this doesn't blow over for months though?
It's fishing. It survives on fish.
What's he going to feed the baby? The baby's as a newborn baby.
He has a wife, so his wife would be able to provide milk for the baby.
Yeah, but is she lactating?
Yes.
So now, let me get this right. Your character's now got a baby, a wife, and his kids with him.
Yes.
On a boat.
On a boat.
In the middle of the ocean.
To survive the bees.
Where he would survive. That's terrible.
He would still survive, though,
No.
while President Cartoon Schwarzenegger is surviving. I know. He'd put a dome over the White House.
Yeah,
I was
House.
paid to lead, not to read. Number 3. Blow up the world to kill the bees.
He probably would launch something like that.
Nuclear strike on the bees.
I would need to use all the water from the sea to fight the bees, so I'd start draining
Not
the sea.
all the water.
Yes, all
you
the
got
water.
A tap. That's bullshit.
So you're saying that you'd be able to stay in the boat for months fishing?
Yes.
No.
Murtaugh would like that.
What are you going to drink?
Water.
From where? You can't drink the seawater, can you?
You couldn't like distill it.
Oh
Get
God,
rid of the salt.
you're really trying. Here. This
Murtaugh
is
would know
terrible.
these things.
No,
He's a professional.
I reckon your guy would die. He would
What?
eventually
No,
die at
he'd
sea.
live on the boat
But
until
there's
President
people dying.
Schwarzenegger could sort it out.
But there's people dying at sea all the time.
He wouldn't be very far out.
You're at sea for months.
How long does it take President Schwarzenegger to sort this thing out?
He doesn't read anything, so quite
Oh
a
yeah,
while.
it would take a while.
2
He'd
to 3 months.
He probably initiated the killer tomatoes thing to
Fuck's
try and
sake.
combat the bees.
2 to 3 months. I don't think he would survive it.
I don't think President Schwarzenegger would survive it if he's
I
trying
reckon
all these
Schwarzenegger
things.
would. So, are you gonna argue your guy can survive? Because if so, we're gonna go to another
he'd
tie.
distill water
Right,
and he'd be like
tiebreaker.
fishing. Oh, we rock paper scissoring
Yes,
again.
I'm not having that.
You're
Right.
not having
We'll go
a
on scissors.
perfectly
You ready?
reasonable argument. Right, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors. Crap.
Yes.
Fine.
Glover wins as he wins at all things.
Okay, so both characters survive. What's the next scenario?
Let's pull it from the
Dick.
magic cup.
Yeah, you heard me.
Alright. Steady. Here we go. Can President Schwarzenegger and Roger Murtaugh survive the Blob
The Blob.
from the film The Blob?
What's that?
It's a alien goo that climbs out of taps and things and dissolves people and eats them.
I'm a cartoon character, so it wouldn't go for me.
You're a cartoon character. You're on a bit of paper. You'd be...
Yes. I'm still in my bunker. Does the president in this film get killed?
I don't know.
What good are you then?
I don't know.
Get out the shed. I will finish this podcast by myself.
I'm going to say Murtaugh's still out at sea because that
Oh
blob
my
thing can't go.
lord. You can't just hide out at sea for everything.
There's an emergency.
No, the bees...
To the sea.
No.
No way.
The bee swarm is over, so you'd return to the mainland to face the
See a
blob.
giant pink blob and go, back to the sea.
no. You can't use
Let's
the same.
sail to Spain.
You can't use the same survival technique twice, so I can't use the safe house again.
He gets on a different boat?
No, no. I come out of the bunker underneath the White House. You've come back to return to mainland.
Smelling of farts.
Dead fish, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've still got the baby from my previous character
And,
and your family
my
with
wife
you.
and kid. Do I get Riggs though? From Lethal Weapon.
No,
Can I draft him in if I'm drafting in my wife and kids
no. Riggs was
and a
killed.
baby?
Riggs was killed in the bee swarm.
No, why?
Yeah, because you left without him on the boat. You didn't take Riggs with you. He didn't survive.
We actually took him on the boat, but killed him for food.
Oh, it was so tasty. Cannibalism.
We're whispering.
Here on We Could Survive That, we
do not endorse cannibalism.
I was going to say we support cannibalism.
No.
No. I just got the most disapproving look ever.
Blob kills everyone.
I think we're your character. Having to look after a family and a newborn baby, it would strain with too much. He wouldn't be killed necessarily by the Blob, but I think he can be killed by rioting.
By rioting?
Yeah, because I'm guessing people will be going crazy all over the country.
No, people would be running away from the Blob.
Exactly, but you always get people who start rioting in this crap, don't they? It's like, going out in groups.
He wouldn't
and
be killed by the Blob, he'd be killed by riots.
Yes.
That's terrible. Then they'd kill the president for letting all these bees and blob thing monsters run riot on.
I would have a secret service.
soil.
I would have Secret Service protecting me.
Although
they've messed up so much lately.
They're
They're probably going to kill me now. Okay, so
we're both killed, but not by the Blob.
agreed.
Okay. Okay.
That leaves us with one character each.
Right. You are left with Conan the Barbarian.
Excellent. You are left with Detective David Tapp from
Saw.
Which Saw film was that?
He was in Saw from 2004, and I think he was also in the one from 2008. I've not watched the Saw films, so I'm not
I have watched
sure.
the Saw films. I don't remember Danny Glover being in them.
He was.
I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying I can't remember, so I can't remember if he dies in them or not.
He must have been epic.
I doubt it.
Okay.
He's not Arnold, is he?
He's better than Arnold, as we've been proving.
I still don't think you should have chosen the
far.
cartoon character, because it wasn't even voiced by him.
I know, but speaking of Saw,
Don't say you porn Saw that. Saw.
being locked in a loo from Saw.
What?
In the first one, they're just stuck in a toilet, aren't they?
They don't get out of that. They die.
Yeah, but Danny Glover would be able to get out of it. I'm sure Conan would be able to.
How? They're poisoned.
They're given a saw.
I've
All
seen
they
it.
have to do is cut through the rusty pipes that they're attached to.
They've been given piss poor saws. They've both been poisoned with only an hour left to live.
How much poison? Conan would wake up and go, where am I? What is this place? Tiles! What a bathroom tiles!
How do you know
It
what the tiles?
flushes!
Oh my
I
god!
know!
I have a heart attack and die.
What are these things? Oh my god!
If they had a saw through the
What is a saw?
they're given the saws, right? And they
Television!
oh my god! How would
His
he?
mind would explode from all these new things.
How would
Danny
he?
Glover!
How would he freak out this stuff? He doesn't know what it is. Why is he naming it? It's a
I
TV.
dubbed these-
I've never seen a TV before, but I know what it is. But I'm gonna freak out. Right
You would be properly freaked out by
now, they're given the saws, right?
Yeah.
Not the saw through the chains.
To saw through their legs. But they're
Yes.
they're attached to really rusty. I reckon Conan would be able to punch his way out from
You reckon he'd
Or
be able
just
to
pull-
saw
yeah.
or at least pull the chain out
pull
of
the
the wall?
chain off, yeah. And Glover would be clever and would saw through the pipe. And then with his ingenious detective skills, he'd find out that the dead guy wasn't actually dead.
Yes, but I think Conan would be freaking the fuck out and probably kill Glover. He would kill Glover because he wouldn't know what else to do.
No, he'd have to trust Glover. Because Glover would calmly explain everything to him.
Do you really think so?
Yes. Unless
Okay.
he'd just go,
Just scream.
be going, at each other.
Alright, so they get out their chains
They've calmly decided that they should work as a team.
Okay. Conan's been brought up to speed on what's happening.
Yeah. On
You-
everything. What
on-
TVs are, what
Yes,
Netflix
everything.
is.
They've spent, This is all in an hour before they get poisoned. I can't remember what the vials of poison, antidote are meant to be. I think they're just like on the floor, out of reach.
Okay. So they've escaped, so they can easily reach.
They use the antidote.
Yeah.
Conan kills the guy that's hiding in the bath, rips into shreds.
Yeah, the guy wakes up thinking that they're all still this was hang on a mo. Conan's like,
Conan,
you're
they-
maniac.
They force him to open the secret passage out of the bathroom,
Yeah,
and then Conan kills him.
with an
Or her. I think it's a woman. I can't remember.
No, it's a him.
All right.
It's a bold guy.
All right. They kill
I've
him,
not watched the film, and I know that.
and they get out.
And they get out.
Okay, so they both survive that situation.
So
Get over it.
next survivally situation is being drawn from the mug.
Come on.
What is it?
Ginger dead man.
Okay, this will be a fairly easy one. I'll just explain it. The ginger dead man is a murderer the spirit of a murderer put into a gingerbread man, who then goes
Sounds
on a
terrible.
killing spree.
Sounds like a rip off of Chucky.
It pretty much
Child's
is.
Play.
Yeah. So, could you survive?
Is he a giant
being...
gingerbread man then?
No, he's an average-sized gingerbread
All right,
man.
Conan just crushes it next.
Yeah, that was
That
pretty
was
easy.
so simple. Conan would just pick it up and
Detective
eat
Tapp
it.
doesn't even realise what's gone on.
No,
Conan's just
Conan's
crushed
just
his
seen it.
gingerbread
This
man.
gingerbread man's tried to stab him. He's just ate it.
Ah!
Why is he screaming?
The cookie's alive! So, they survived the crazy cookie.
Alright, easy.
And they
Right.
find themselves in a zombie-infested shopping centre. A la Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, yeah. Alright.
Okay. So they've walked past the bakery, crushed the ginger dead man.
And turned the corner, there's a bunch of zombies.
Ah!
Now, you don't see any zombies, or I can't remember, you don't see any zombies in Conan the Barbarian. However, I reckon Conan would have experience with them. Because
He's a good fighter, so yeah.
Well, exactly. He's a skilled fighter with swords, and the area and the where he lives, there's magic and sorcery that goes on,
Yeah.
and there's
So
things.
it'd just take
at
it
some
as
point-
necromancy.
Yeah, so I reckon at some point he must have
Or
encountered
voodoo.
some sort of necromancy or some sort of zombie
Yeah,
or undead
crazy.
infestation. So he wouldn't freak out at it because this is
like
sort
he'd
of
freak out at a robot.
yeah, because this is the sort of stuff he's used to.
Yeah.
I reckon swords and that lot he'd probably demolish quite a lot of them. Are there zombies from Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, they'll be the walkie ones.
They can run. They can full on
No, the
sprint.
original one. Walkie.
Oh, the original.
Don't get technical with me.
What I'm just saying, it's different type of zombies.
Yeah,
So
but
we're
it'd just
talking
be
about-
the walkie ones, the originals.
Okay, the walking ones. I reckon we take out a few of them and probably just run away from the rest. Conan wouldn't freak. He would have experience with this. This
He'd
is the sort of
freak
thing he'd be used to.
when Tap takes him in on
Goes
a
to-
bus or something to
Goes to the vending
escape.
machine. That's
Yeah.
when he freaks out.
Ah!
I was dispensing small metal cans with liquid in them.
What
Kill
is
it!
this?
Kill it!
He's too busy killing Coke cans.
What would Tap do?
Oh yeah, he'd hotwire a car or something.
So we hotwire the car.
Yeah.
We get in the
He'd-
car and
Well,
escape.
if Conan's finished killing Coke cans and Fanta bottles, then and can overcome his fear of getting into a car, they'd be able to drive away from the shopping centre.
Okay,
Are we
okay.
agreed on that?
Yes.
They're
agreed.
quite a good. This should be a buddy cop film.
Yeah, this is a good team,
Tap
isn't it?
and Conan.
Right.
That
Load
would
me
be
up with
cool.
What we got?
Right. From the magical mug. Okay, they escape the zombies on the bus from Speed. This is the bus that has a
Yeah,
bomb
if it
under it, and
drops
if
below
it drops
70.
below, yeah,
That's quite simple. We smash
just
a window.
drive fast.
We smash a window, and are we driving the bus?
Yeah,
Conan can't drive.
no, so Tap would have to drive.
Okay, Conan just jumps out,
Ah!
tucks and rolls.
Okay,
Big burly guy, or big. I'm not trying to think of the word. I'm trying To
Burly, yeah.
think, yeah,
Burly works. You said
that
the
works.
right word. You
Alright,
doubted yourself.
I know. Why?
Have faith.
So rolls across the road and probably gets smacked around quite a bit, depending where they are. Roll onto the
Gets
road.
bruised, but not.
Not. I wouldn't say killed. Maybe breaks a few ribs. Doesn't necessarily die. I'm off the
No.
bus.
Okay, Tap's on the bus. Damn it. He uses a zombie's head to push down on the accelerator.
Oh, fuck it out.
And then follows suit and jumps out.
Yeah,
Wow.
really.
He lands on Conan. It's a nice fluffy pillow. Well, no, Conan catches him and goes, Tab, I got you.
Come
Get
on,
off the
Tab.
bus.
Let's get together. Let me sling you over my shoulder.
And carries him to freedom.
So we
They're a
survived
good
that.
team. I think we call it a tie.
What against these two?
And they live happily ever
Right.
after.
Next scenario. Hang on. Shit.
What's
Okay,
what is it?
we got a fight with Boba Fett.
Now, right. I want to clear something up. In the whole extended universe, Boba Fett is a badass. But just ask yourself, Chris, what does Boba Fett actually do in the films?
Takes Han Solo,
Yeah,
transports him after
that's
unsuccessfully trying
not
to catch
him though. Darth Vader catches him.
and then transports him.
So
After-
Boba Fett is basically a van man.
Yeah, but we got to think about how he's going to fight against us. I mean, he's got,
A flying man
Exactly.
with a jetpack!
he wouldn't know what jetpack is. He's got jetpacks and he's got guns. Conan's got a sword, and as Conan getting close, I am fucked. But luckily, you're there with a gun,
Yeah.
and you're a good shooter, so I let you shoot him. You shoot him, take out his jetpack. When he lands on the floor, I then run over and rip his head off with my hands.
Oh, so the jetpack, he shoots, Tap shoots the jetpack, it starts leaking fuel, Boba has to eject from it,
Correct.
otherwise it'll blow up.
Yep.
And then Conan runs
Runs over. Fett shoots Conan. Now, he shoots with the little lasers, but Conan's got quite thick skin. You know, maybe hits him on the leg, hits him on the arm
leg.
because Boba's panicking slightly
Yeah.
because his great big
he hits
half-naked
Conan.
guys running
Yeah.
towards him.
He hits Conan, turns his attention to Danny Glover's character, who shoots back. Boba tries to duck for cover, but Conan grabs his leg and just starts hacking at him.
Yes.
Takes his head off
Rips him to shreds. Where are they fighting?
on the road.
On the road. Is this after
They've
we
just-
bailed out the
just
bus,
bailed
stood
out
up,
the
and
bus.
Boba Fett's
Yeah.
turned up?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, okay. At this point, the bus has exploded behind us. It distracts Boba Fett, and that's when Conan grabs him.
Yeah.
Grabs him, breaks both his arms,
And
rips his head off.
Okay. This is a good team.
No, I think we're just both reluctant to see the
We
characters die.
don't want to.
Uh,
Oh no, it's me now.
You
You picked Boba.
You've had two. The amount of times you've gone twice in a row here.
Tough shit. Oh right. I think this is the end for us both. A fight. A fight with a Balrog from Lord of the Rings.
Shit. Okay.
Neither of us know magic.
No, I would say Conan has a slight advantage because again, he'd be used
He
to these
would.
type
Yeah,
of
he would
things.
know. I think
Um,
Tap would be freaking out at this point.
Yeah, your
Fucking
gun.
space guys and zombies. What's
Your-
going on?
Your gun wouldn't be very good against him.
No, and a sword's not very good against.
The sword would only be good if it was like enchanted with some sort of power. Like when Gandalf uses it, he gets the lightning around
and
it,
stuff.
then attacks, doesn't he? I reckon. Where are we fighting it?
On the bridge of
On that bridge.
on the bridge of Khazad-dûm.
Okay, we can't collapse the bridge then.
They both try to jump
Jump up and down on it.
try to break it.
I don't know.
I think
Conan-
the Balrog would take us both out with one flamey sword.
I think Conan would give it a bloody good go. Like he wouldn't run from it. I reckon he would
He'd
charge.
run to it.
He would charge at it and give it a good go. He might even get onto it, but he'd probably burn himself quite a lot. I reckon unless something happened and like the Balrog like slipped or messed up and Conan got a lucky shot in on his head, I reckon Conan would go down swinging. Your guy would probably wet himself and pass out and fall off the bridge.
Yeah, he'd turn, slip off,
Yeah,
and fall.
and fall. So we're saying they both wouldn't survive that?
Yes. So we're ending our first survival off in a draw.
In a draw.
Fucking Balrog.
If you hadn't given me a pregnant Arnold, I would have won it.
I think I managed to square them off fairly evenly. Because we both had pretty bad characters. An ant, come on. I gave myself an ant.
Right, so, okay. Fair enough, right. So
They're
this is a tie.
equal.
Equal then.
They are equal.
They're equal, okay.
We put our differences aside, as Conan and Detective Tap did.
Excellent.
Yes.
They survived so much. They survived more than any of the
They-
other characters as well.
If you're listening, Hollywood, that's
That's
a buddy
the thing
cop
we want to
right
watch.
there.
We got to watch that film right
Just
now.
Arnold running. Ah!
Starring Conan and Detective Tap in. What the fuck is that? Because
The feature-length movie.
because Tap will see stuff he won't understand, and Conan will see stuff he doesn't understand. Coming this autumn to a cinema near you. And then I don't know how Tap talks. Oh yes, the cinema's coming soon.
No. That's
Yes,
not
everyone
how
has a
it
high-pitched voice apart from Conan.
talks.
That's why the Bulldog say.
Get to the chopper.
The Bulldog says, "Get to the chopper."
Get to the chopper.
Okay.
Well, on that draw,
That draw
it's time to bring the show to a close.
to the show. It's been quite a good show today.
It has,
I've
yeah.
quite enjoyed it. We should. I
If-
hope to do this again soon.
Yeah, if you want more episodes like this, hit us up on Twitter at We Could Survive, or email us suggestions for movie survival offs that you'd like to see. Email at wecouldsurvivethat@gmail.com.
All good. Anything else you want to
Yeah.
say?
They were equally matched,
Yeah.
I think.
But equally matched in that. I look forward to. I think in the future, after a few more other survival offs, we're going to return to these two.
Yeah, we'll
With
delve
new
back into
characters.
their back catalogue,
That's it.
because they've been in enough
enough films for choose
to-
to picking up 5 films.
This isn't over.
This isn't over.
Round 2.
Schwarzenegger versus Glover, round 2 will begin now. So as we jump straight into
Oh
the next
God,
podcast.
no! Why?
Cool. And all tied up, all done.
Yeah, all the contacts done.
All content.
Now it's
Lovely.
your bit.
Well, in that case, then, thank you for downloading, streaming, and listening to We Could Survive That, your weekly survival guide to the movies. I did think of something else to say, but I forgot, so I'm just going to say bye.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Nice.